Okay, no sound. I realized I was on mute. My bad, my bad, my bad. All right, again, what is up, everyone? Welcome to the Football Chat Box. My name is Ryan. And yeah, welcome to the team selection video of game week 4 and Simonal Notification Squad and Shubharan as well. Welcome, welcome. So, had a poor game week 3 um, with Udogi unfortunately on the bench. I remember there was a question on the deadline stream of why Joe Pedro over Udogi, and I wish I started Udogi now because if I did, I would have got a green arrow. Instead, here I am. I would have got a green arrow, and I would have been like 300k something. Now I'm with the red arrow at 800 something. So it is what it is. But we move into game week 4 with the team like this now. Made one transfer. No sound. I think sound should be working now. Hopefully, please let me know. Made one transfer, and that one transfer is basically Madison came in for Garnacho. Now Saliba is on the bench. Maybe I put Joe Pedro for sub just in case. Put the attacker. Doggy goes in. Stupinan starts for now, and we'll see how things go from there. Assuming the sound is working perfectly now. Am I? Let me check. Can hear you? Okay, awesome. Cool. So this is what my team looks like for this week. Estupinan, I mean, I probably will start him unless something drastically changes between now and the deadline, but I don't think so. So probably like this with the one transfer and then go into the international break and see how things go. Ideally, I would like to get back into the top 500k if possible by the end of game week 4. So we'll see. Anyways, that's my team. How's your team doing? If you are on the mini league, let me know, and we will look into adding you in as well. Who I should transfer? I got one transfer. All right, let's have a look. Where are we looking at? Purple Saint. All right, let's find Purple Saint. All right, found Purple Saint. Here we go. What are we looking at in terms of transfers? Chuva captain. Hey, it paid off as the Chuva captain. Okay, let's put yours onto the FPL.team just so I can get a better view. Really intrigued by Stupin and benching for Colville. Now, Colville, I saw a tweet or something with regards to Colville going off. Whether that was injured or not, I'm not sure. In the FA Cup, no, in the League Cup game, so you might want to be a bit careful with Levi Colville. I don't know if he got subbed off here. In the what minute did he get subbed off, Levi Colville? Where is it? Can't even find it. Oh, here we go. 65th minute. Levi Colville got subbed off. So you might want to kind of wait and see whether he's injured or whether he's fit or not. That's one thing just to keep in mind. But if you did have him and if he was fit, I won't be against starting him, to be honest. Alright, now this is Samuel. What are we looking at? One transfer. Alright, it's got to be Joe Pedro, right? Joe Pedro has to go. Or a Chelsea player. You can do Colville is fine. He just iced Poch confirm. Okay, cool. Then fine. Okay. Do you want to take a hit? Are you up for taking a hit? If you were, I wouldn't be against potentially moving both Salah and Joe Pedro out and bringing in like a Sterling and a Jackson or a Sterling and a Madison. You could also potentially 6.4, 6.6. Mings is at 4.3. Baldock is at 4. Where else can we get the money? I think Salah is the problem. JP or Mings has to go. I can take a hit on a wildcard. Don't wildcard, don't wildcard. Your team looks pretty good for how it is. You don't need to wildcard. JP has got to go. I agree. The thing is, I think if Salah goes, you free up so much funds that you can do so much more without Salah. Mings, for now, I think you keep him and then we decide later. Can't trust Poch after James news. Fair enough. I guess we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see. Maybe we might get some leaks or whatever. But if you have Estupinan on the bench, it's not too bad, right? You can still start like Estupinan coming off the bench isn't the worst scenario. Alright, JP has got to go. Now, you have a couple options. I think Jackson is still the best possible option, right? Apart from Jackson, you can go Alvarez if you wanted to in the third city spot. That's a possibility. Does come with a slight bit of rotation problems. And then apart from that, I mean, Visa maybe is a possibility, but the fixtures will slowly get tougher. So if you want, I think Jackson has the better fixtures for the moment. So you could do Jackson and possibly Sterling or Madison even. You could do this. This is a pretty good possibility in terms of a team you can try. If not, you could also go. Yeah, probably this, right? I think it's this. Or you can get Madison instead of Sterling. That's another possibility as well, if you wanted a Spurs attacker. Planner, Tian, how are you doing? Welcome. How are you doing? JP to Semenyo, what say? And wildcard. No, don't wildcard. Your team is looking perfect. You don't have to wildcard. Amit, how are you doing? You can, I mean, where is the Bournemouth striker? But like, do you want two 4.5s? You already have Obama. And I don't think these fixtures are great. So I wouldn't go for a Bournemouth attacker. Mira, FPL Mez, how are you doing? Welcome. So I would say, all right, we can ask the others in the chat as well. Let's restore the team back. Let me go back. Undo. Guys, what would you do with this team for this game week? I'm thinking we remove Joe Pedro and probably Salah and upgrade it to like a Jackson and either Sterling or a Madison. Thoughts? Let me know your thoughts on this team. Walker ain't starting after Sheffield mistake. Walker will probably start. Surely, right? He's still their captain end of the day. So he probably will start. ARG, Aryan, how are you doing? Check my team out, 120th. Yep, I will check as well. Will, welcome. Terrible week for me. Bench Gusto. No, don't worry. I know the feeling. I had now Mira obviously wanted Foden to come on, but I didn't want Foden to come on because I wanted Udogi points so badly because he's on my bench. Because unfortunately, I think it was you, Will, or was it I think Evan, who was just asking me in the deadline stream why you're starting Joe Pedro over Udogi. Wish I listened, but here we are. Could have been a green arrow in top 300k, but now we are a red arrow. But it is what it is. We take it. Unfortunate bench situation, and obviously Turner outscoring Onana. That's another problem. But yeah, I just do JP to Visa and avoid a hit, I think. Yeah, I mean, you could do that as well. JP to Visa. Oh, no, does he? He doesn't have the money to do JP to Visa, unfortunately. All the money is taken with Salah. So Salah has kind of got to go. Because he has only 0.2 in the bank with this team. So there is no possible ways for upgrades unless one of the midfielders goes. Already did a -4, 65 in your league. Rashford to Sterling and Chuku to JWP. Interesting. Hope you see my team and suggest was it worth the -4? Did to catch up price change. Fair enough. Those 4 points from Foden were gold. Fair enough. Okay, while Samuels is on, let me go and get Aryan's and Amit's as well. Alright, Aryan, where are you? 120. And where is Amit? 65. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, by the way, after this stream, I will be live with FPL IQ. So we'll stream till like 9:15 maybe. We'll see how we go, right? Depending on the questions and whatnot. And then let's jump over to the FPL IQ stream, and you can catch me, FPL Planner, who is in the chat right now, and two others on the FPL IQ stream. And if you guys want to listen, you can listen. Put it in the background and listen away to us talk. It's a slightly different stream compared to what you'll see from others. Mings to Udogi and start him. Ooh, good point. That's a good point. Simonal, you can do this. So you sort the Mings issue out. Put Udogi in there. Start Udogi. Have Joe Pedro for the first bench. Oh no, he's 0.1 shot. Never mind. Forget about it. Can't do that as well. But 0.1 shot. The only thing I can suggest is Gusto at this point. Maybe Udogi is also not possible. Nope. That's also not possible. You're most likely looking at a hit. Yes, jump over to FPL IQ. Yes, indeed. Indeed. After this, FPL IQ. All right. Aryan, while Simonal is deciding what to do, Aryan's team, you have Gabriel. My friend, you need to get rid of Gabriel. Please tell me you did get rid of Gabriel. ARG, where are you? How does this team look? All right. Samuel, we've given you a few options. I will come back to your team later if you need to. But for now, let's switch over to another team. Switch this to plan. All right, what are we looking at? Rico Henry. Probably Rico Henry over Ben White today. Okay, here's the thing. I won't be against potentially rolling the transfer in this team. That's one thing, right? You could roll the transfer. The other option is you could transfer Mitoma out and either get a Foden. Where is Foden? Foden's not coming out. Oh no, you have Foden, sorry. Not Foden. You can get a Sterling or a Madison. One of the two. Oh, you can't get Madison. Okay, yeah, 0.2 shot. You can get a Sterling. So you can either remove Mitoma and do that, or you could remove Gabriel, which is a big problem, which you probably need to do, and bring in Udogi. That's another possibility, right? And then if you wanted, you can start him over Estupin, and if you think Estupin's not going to keep a clean sheet and you don't want the the attacking returns, you could do this as well. That's a possibility as well. And you could just play like this with the one transfer. Or you could also roll, because it's not a bad team to roll as well. As in, you can go into game week 6 with 2 free transfers, and that's also completely fine, and might also give you a slight advantage if there happens to be some injuries during the international break. So you have a couple options that you can try and do. The week I see Gabriel, he decides to start and block Udogi points. Week I sell Gabriel. Fair enough. Yep. I need to bench Mitoma or Gusto this week. Don't think I can bring myself to bench Gusto again. Okay, here's the thing. Forest have conceded the most amount of chances down their right-hand side, which means anyone who has Sterling this week, like Planner, or anyone who has Gusto, like Will, could reap some rewards. So if you want to start Gusto or Sterling, I'm actually start Sterling, but if you want to start Gusto, I'm not against it. I think I would probably. But yeah. Need to replace Mings to one of the defenders. Which defender do we have? By the way, ARG, let me know in terms of thoughts between that. Defenders. Who do we have that is 4.4? Gusto is the only one, right? Yeah, stands out. Yeah. Alright. The only one that you can go for without taking a hit, Samuel, is you move Mings to Gusto and play the double Chelsea attack. and bench Joao Pedro. That's the only thing I can suggest at the moment. I would probably do that. That kind of frees you up by 0.2, gives you a bit more money. And then in game week 5, after the international break and once we've seen the European fixtures as well in terms of the UCL group stages and the Europa League group stages and whatnot, then you can decide where you want to move next based on that. So that's another thing that you can probably try. Lukaku to Roma confirmed. Going to team up with Jose Mourinho. All right, so that's Aryan's team. Let's move to Amit, and then I need to also load. Who was it? Was it Will that needed a team? Or was it someone else that asked? Plans are either to replace JP or Gabriel for ARG. Fair enough. I think Gabriel is the one to go. Any recommendations who to bring in for Game Week 5 to replace Gabriel? Maybe Udogi. I think Udogi is the sensible option at this point. He's one of the most attacking fullbacks in the league. If you were to go, where is Udogi? Spurs. Damn, Spurs are third. Who would have thought? No, wait, they're not third. Oh yeah, they are third. Where is Udogi? He didn't start in this one, no? Did he? No. He got a rest. Now, I think he's fine. I think he should be fine. But look at this heat map. Oh, you guys can't see the heat map. Damn it. Let's load another player and then let's load this. Look at this heat map from Udogi. Pretty good, to be honest. He's not going to get you goals per se. He does tend to create more than goals. But I mean, for a fullback, this is a really good heat map, especially given that he's in the second half of the attacking side. I do like this heat map from a fullback who is 4.5 out, who is 4.5. I wish I had Gabriel over Saliba. Blocked 14. Luka Dean, Mitch. So does that mean that Gabriel owners have kind of won over Saliba owners because of the points that have come off the bench? But then not everyone has those points coming off the bench as well. So Luka Dean, Mitchell or Pinnock. Options for Mings out. I would go with probably Pinnock in terms of the Brentford options. I think Brentford's slightly better in terms of potential for clean sheets. Would you do March to Bowen for a hit? VL, how are you doing? Welcome. March to Bowen for a hit. No. Ooh. No, probably not. I think it's just you're getting one good week. I probably wouldn't try it. Not worth the 4 points because after that, West Ham have a tough run after that. All right. So Amit is next, and after Amit, was it Ruhil? Was there anyone else before Ruhil that I missed? Hopefully I didn't. But I'll load Ruhil as well. Aryan, all good. I did Mitoma to Sterling and Rashford to Madison for Ruhil. Okay, hold on, Ruhil. Give me a second. Let me first go to Amit. All right, Amit. You also have Gabriel. I think you also have the same situation of probably go to Udogi in this case, with your team, and get the Spurs attacker. And here's the thing: I would probably start Udogi over Estupinan in this team. That's probably what I would do. Yeah, that's probably what I would do. Because I think I would start the rest of the midfield. Yeah, the fire in this team is Gabriel, so you need to fix it. So that's probably what I would do. I would start Watkins against Liverpool. I think it's a good game anyways. So that's for you. For Amit. Or you could still hold Gabriel, right? Amit. You can still hold Gabriel, go into international break because the team still looks pretty good, right? You can hold it, go into international break with 2 free transfers, and then decide what you want to do. Already did Rashid to Sterling and okay, so you've done this thing. Chukwuemeka to JWP. Oh, look at that. He's going for the West Ham. Going for those West Ham points, huh? Fair enough. Okay. So Rashid is gone. Sterling's in. Chukwuemeka. So who are you benching? Wait, who out of Watkins and Jackson are you benching? You're benching Watkins. Are you benching Watkins? VL, what's up? I already sold Salah to Madison. Now, do you recommend any hits? My team is 108. We'll have a look. Okay. Let me load your team though. Well, number 31, Watkins to Jackson and Martinelli to Madison. I don't. Ooh, Watkins to Jackson. I will get you. Let's have a look at. Let's load VL and I'll load Shubharan as well. 108. With this one, right? VL. I'm assuming it's this one. And then Shubharan was 31. All right. Now, this was Amit. Ruhil, what did you do? You did Mitoma to Sterling and Rashford to Madison. Hey, a lot of people, a lot of you guys have sold Rashford, huh? Mitoma to Sterling, Rashford to Madison. That's why I have Rashford as the thumbnail, because he's the most transferred out midfielder, which is crazy, but here it is. Yeah, fair enough. Okay, I can see it. So you'll be starting the same backline? Is that the case? Or are you going to start Akanji over Stupinan for this week? Where is it? Ruhil, what's the plan? Yes, CR7. Okay, that was your team name. I opened the wrong one then. Ruhil, what's the plan? Are you starting Akanji or are you starting Stupinan? James, how are you doing? Welcome. Recently joined your league this round. You did indeed. I did notice it. So advice, mindset on trading out Watkins and Martinelli for Jackson and Madison or Sterling. Only one. I'll start Akanji. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, the team looks fine then. Cool. Okay, so that's Ruhil. Let me close that. Let me close this as well. Amit, you are good. You are starting who? Amit is good, yes. Shubharan next, and then CR7. And obviously James as well. Let's load James. Alright, Shubharan, let's go. What are we doing? No, welcome to the Udogi Bench Club, my friend. Welcome. What did you do, Shubharan? Watkins to Jackson. Can you not do Watkins to Jackson? Martinelli to Madison, I don't mind. That I actually don't mind. But the Watkins to Jackson, is it because you want to get into that Chelsea attack? Chelsea. Martinelli to Madison, I don't mind. I still think Watkins is a really good option, guys. I don't know. Unless you think, okay, fair enough, you could target it, but you probably want to go back to... would you want to go back to Watkins? Yeah, we probably in this... You might want to go back to Watkins. But is it worth the hit though? That's the question. Is it worth the hit in this game week? What's the plan, Shubharan? Martinelli out on its own? Yeah, that's it. You probably do Martinelli to Madison. And maybe keep Watkins for this game week. I don't know. It's not a bad idea to start him. I mean, you're starting him against Van Dijk, like a Liverpool-less Van Dijk. A Van Dijk-less Liverpool. Whichever. Anyways, you guys get the idea. Surely Villa score, right? Surely. No hits, 2 free transfers this game week. Oh, you have 2 free transfers? I would roll one if you can. If you want to. Because it's not too bad to roll one. So just make the one move and then roll the other. Probably. So you say Martinelli, you're thinking maybe Martinelli to Madison? Is that the case? The other option is if you want that Chelsea, I guess, yeah. So are you thinking something like this? So maybe Konate less Liverpool too? Oh, really? Oh. Is Joe Gomez also going to go to the Saudi League? Is that also going to happen? Not sure if Watkins has a goal threat with Diaby and Leon Bailey on the pitch. Yeah, they've scored a lot of goals recently, no? And Watkins hasn't really been fully a part in terms of the attacking threat. So you want to do the Jackson move and then somewhere in game week 8 move Mbeumo to Diaby? Is that the plan? So you do like this and then like let's say you go to like game week 8 assuming nothing has happened like in terms obviously things might change but probably do what? Mbeumo to Diaby in this around here when Aston Villa have a good fixture. Is everyone going to Saudi now? I have no idea. Okay, if your gut says to go with Madison and Jackson, I am not against it. I think it's still pretty fine. Plan to bench Mitoma. Ooh, front 7 will be JWP, Saka, Bruno, Sterling, Watkins, Jackson, and Haaland. Interesting. Fair enough. I think that's not too bad. Okay. I'm not against the moves. Shubharan. If Gomez goes to Saudi, no, in FSG, we'll probably not bother replacing him. Depends on when he goes, right? And how late in the window he goes to as well. But I can't see Klopp allowing it, but we'll see. Alright, so that was Shubharan. Next is VL. And then we go to James. And obviously we go to Will as well. One place behind me. Oh no. Oh no, Will is coming for me. We'll load Will as well. Alright. So this is VL. 53 points. What a legend. Did he have anything on the bench? No, he didn't. What's the plan, VL? One free transfer. Team is not too bad for this week, to be honest. Team isn't too bad for this week. I did Salah to Madison. Okay, fair enough. Salah to Madison. Yep. And the rest of the team is fine for now. Should I do any hits? Nah. Not really. I mean, you could still start March against Newcastle. Not the worst situation to be in. Nah, you don't really need to do any hits. There's no need for it. I don't see any need for it. The rest of the team looks completely fine. There's no need for any hits. Going to game week 5 with just to spend the extra. Nah, wait on it. And then after the international break, we might have a bit more information. And like also, guys, we have to keep in mind, right? The game week 4 deadline is before the transfer deadline. So it's probably best to for us to not take too many hits are fine if you need to fix files. But the team looks fine. I mean, it's Estupinan. Now, I also, to be honest, I did consider a hit for Estupinan out. Benching Estupinan and starting someone else, but I think I might as well just keep Estupinan and play him and see how it goes. Do you think Salah will stay at Liverpool? I don't know, man. Like, imagine if Saudi comes with like 100+ million bid to Liverpool. Do you think FSG is just gonna accept, deny or block 100+ million for a 31-year-old? I don't think you're ever getting 100+ million. Maybe they might get next season as well, but I don't know. Because next season he'll be having 1 year left on his contract as well, right? Damn. I don't know. FSG, they seem they are a bit better than the Glazers, but I can see why they're also almost not as bad as the Glazers, but when it comes to money and everything, not the best. There's 0 chance he leaves this summer. Next summer he's gone. Fair enough. Yeah, then that's a possibility. Okay, this team doesn't need any hits, to be honest. What do you think about Rashford? Will he bring his form from last season back? I hope so. What I can tell you is United right now are one of the most big chances created in the last 3 games. out of all the teams in the Premier League, alongside Chelsea and Brighton. So there will be chances that will be made. Now, we don't know whether Højlund is fit or not. There were rumors that he might be fit and might feature against Arsenal, so we'll have to wait and see. But I think Rashford playing on the left will definitely help in terms of his form getting back. And he's going against a right back, Thomas Partey, probably this week. So I actually, if you have Rashford, I would keep it, see how it goes. Because, I mean, wasn't last season that he got a goal and assist or something against Arsenal last season? Double-digit haul? That was also game week 4, wasn't it? So I think we'll see. I would keep him and see how things go. 31 age is probably, yeah, that's true. I mean, he's really fit. Salah is actually one of the very he could probably play a bit more longer at the peak. But I guess we'll see what happens. All right, so that was VL. Let's move on to James. James, are you here? Rashid shows up in big. Yep, indeed. James, are you here? Look at the Bruno Fernandes 12-pointer. What a legend. All right, what is the issues that we have in this team? Chelsea or Spurs attack? How much money do you have in the bank? 0.4. Okay. James, what's the plan? What have you been thinking in terms of moves? You obviously have you have 2 free transfers? Yes, that's correct. James, you got 2 free transfers, right? You could potentially do 1 if you wanted to. Two free transfers. What are you thinking? Who would you like to have? Is the question. Who does your gut say that you want to have? So I want to move on Martinelli because I have 2 free transfers. Okay, cool. You can do. You could go for. Obviously, everyone's been talking about it, but either Sterling or Madison or Foden. Probably, yeah, Martinelli to Madison or Sterling. I think I'd probably go for Sterling since you don't have a Jackson at the moment. So I'd probably go for Sterling because you don't have Jackson. So I would do that move this week. And then Pinnock will play, right? Where is wrong one? Let me close this, guys. So many teams. Pinnock, who is playing Bournemouth this week, no? So where? So you probably do something like this. Also, I'm starting Pinnock over looking in. Yeah, there you go. So something like this probably. And honestly, I don't even mind you switching the goalkeeper. Just in case. Areola against Luton over Onana, possibly. Although this is Luton's first home game in the Premier League, so it's going to be a very tricky game for West Ham. I will say that, but I think you still probably you hedge your bets in terms of Arsenal scoring, right? Potentially at home. So maybe this. I want to have 2 free transfers. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Go into the international break with 2 free transfers. The team looks perfectly fine. I think do this. Get Sterling in. Yeah, switch goalkeeper. Yeah, okay, cool. Just get Sterling in. You get that Chelsea attack. That's probably what I would do. Either that or Madison. I'll go 1 more week without Madison because Spurs have longer fixtures. Like, you can avoid Madison for this week if you wanted to, and then you can still hold it out and get him in game week 8. It's not too bad, to be honest. But I think fair enough. All right, this looks good for you, to be honest. Going straight to Martinelli to Sterling, and then obviously game week 5 international break. We'll see how things go. in the international break. And then you could probably do, I guess Luka Dean will come back in. You could probably look to move on one other midfielder, possibly. Maybe to a Madison. Or you definitely want Mbeumo for these two, probably. Yeah. Yeah, so you could probably do something like that. And maybe you move out a United midfielder. If Rashford doesn't do well, tough to say to move out, but we'll have to wait and see. We'll see. We'll evaluate it after game week 4, probably. Still Indian playing Carabao. Just want to make sure. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. Cool. Okay, so that's James. Let's move on to Will. What would I have done different? Honestly, I wouldn't have done anything different. Nah, probably not. I would have definitely started like the team you started. Can't really expect Gusto to like get 14 points. Unfortunately, it is what it is. All right, Will. What's your plan for this week? Paxton, how are you doing? Using my wildcard for game week 4. Is it too early? Have you pressed the button? That's the first question. And how bad is your team looking like? How bad is your team looking like? Any Newcastle players to target in attack? Wait for before if I think wait for the Champions League draw. So Champions League draw is today or Friday morning for anyone, depending on which part of the world you're at. It's at 5 p.m. UK time today. So that's like 2 o'clock in the morning here in Sydney. For anyone in like Singapore, Malaysia, that'll be midnight. And then if you're on the other side, a bit more next towards like India, I think 11 probably. So around that time. And then UK, obviously 5 p.m. So wait for Champions League draw and see. But in terms of attackers for Newcastle, right now, I think it's Isak is the main guy. And then I would go for Gordon. But obviously, depending on what teams they get in the Champions League, that might change my opinions. And also, so here's the thing, right? Game week 5 is after the international break. In between game week 5 and game week 6 is the first Champions League game. And I think in between game week 6 and game week 7 is the Carabao Cup round 3 game. And I think that City are playing in between game week 6 and 7. City are playing Newcastle. So I'm wondering whether there'll be rotation for both City and Newcastle in the middle in the middle of game week 6-7, whether there'll be rotation in game week 6. So I would hold on before getting to Newcastle. I don't think we need to go there straight away. Let's just wait and see what happens in terms of like UCL and everything. This chat delay is killing me. Don't worry. Am I being delayed? How much am I being delayed? I don't know. Probably just bench Mitoma and roll. Not too exciting, but I'll probably start Salah next week and use 3 transfers. 3 transfers? You mean with a -4? -4, right? Haaland pen miss cost me Alvarez assist too. Oh yeah, no. Damn, that's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. You know that if that Haaland pen miss went in, like if we actually scored, you get your Alvarez assist, Foden doesn't come off the bench, and I probably get my Udogi points off the bench. So, I mean, it costed a lot of people, I guess. Johnston, Estupinan, Trent, Trippier, Luka Dean, Rashford, Martinelli, Salah, Luis Diaz, Jackson, Pedro, Morris. Oh. Yeah, I probably wildcard after international break. I probably will hold, don't wildcard this week if you can avoid. I know a few people are wildcarding, and that's why I did the wildcard video for anyone who hasn't checked it out, because some people were wildcarding, so I did that video for you guys. But wait, Paxton, can I find your team here? Okay, I've answered everyone's questions here, right? So I'm going to close these teams, and let's bring up Will. I think, yeah, probably bench Mitoma and start Gusto. Oh, actually, to be honest, I don't mind benching Estupinian and starting Gusto, but it's up to you. All right, let's look into Paxton. Where are you? Where's your team? Luka Dean is a gun. Okay, here we go. Paxton's team. Oh no. All right, Paxton. Let's have a look. Let's see whether this team is like you really badly need to walk hard or not. Let us have a look, shall we? So 1 free transfer, 2.6 in the bank. Yeah, that's oh well. I guess this is not too bad. Oh wait, you don't have Haaland. How have you been going this season without Haaland? I didn't even notice that Haaland was missing. No need to wildcard. No need to wildcard. No need to wildcard. We can sort this out. There is no need to wildcard. How can I interest you in a -8? Are you up for a -8, Paxton? I don't think you can avoid without like wildcarding and just take a -8. Since you have Jackson. What do we think? A bit annoyed I didn't join the league early. I'll be 33. Oh well, you'll be 33 in game week 4 if you can maintain the rank. I'm in the rank. Best captain for game week 4. I think Haaland. All right. Paxton, what do we say? -4. Not the worst team to play, don't you think? Maybe you could start Saliba if you wanted to. You could do this, or you could start Luka Dean as well. Doesn't matter. Yeah. Joining the league late doesn't matter. I haven't set it in such a way that if you join late, it like you will start from 0. You don't. You basically enter with whatever points you have. So don't worry. That looks good to be honest. Yeah, -8. There you go. You get in Madison, you get in Haaland, and you get in Chilwell. Just for a -8. Now you don't need a wildcard. Will Ansu Fati affect Mitoma's minute? Probably. But I was thinking that it will anyway affect it, like with the rotation of Europe and everything. The one thing with Ansu Fati and the reason he's moving to the Premier League and at least moving to Brighton and having left Barcelona on a loan is because of his injuries. So he's a player who has a few injury problems. So you kind of want to wait and see. You kind of want to wait and see in terms of whether he actually can play or not. So that's the thing. You can play Morris also. He's on pin. Yep, there we go. Just like Aminta said. So you can do this. I mean, look at it. It's not too bad. Paxton. There we go. We saved your wildcard. We saved your wildcard. And you never know, right? Morris, I mean, if you get lucky, Luton's first game at home and maybe Morris does something for you and you're lucky. Yeah, there we go. Fatty adjustment time would be required. Yeah, that's also true. We've seen already Pedro Porro in terms of him not also getting starts. So I think we can kind of wait. I don't think Mitoma's minutes are going to be affected immediately. Bad fixture plus Fatty makes Mitoma a hard sell for me. Also, Madison, Ford, and Sterling. I think the tough fixtures probably make Mitoma a sell. over the Ansu Fati one, but we'll see how Fati does. His injuries are the problem with regards to him. I think Ansu Fati. Where is the total spot tick? Transfer market. I think he had a lot of injuries. Ansu Fati last season. To do 22, 23. Odin. Thanks, bro. No worries, Paxton. No worries. Hopefully the -8 pays off, and I mean, don't worry. You don't need to wildcard now itself. I think your team just with the -8 fixes itself. I reckon I'm looking to wildcard in week 9. Yeah, I think a lot of people are looking to wildcard after the game week 8. Game week 8, you get the international break, and during the international break, a lot of people are looking to wildcard. 36 games last time. He played quite a decent. So why injuries? What were the injuries? Was that 21, 22? I don't remember. But I heard a lot of injuries. On the bench, Rusney. There it's fine. How many minutes did he get? Yeah, look at this. Minutes have been not as consistent as he would have won. 10, 10, 7, 1 minute. Yeah, the kid hasn't been getting to 2 minutes. Look at this. Yeah, this is the thing. This is the season. 21, 22. That's where injuries kind of killed him. Games. Do you think Estupinan can be rotated with Milner? No, Milner is playing right back, right? Not left back. Has Jesus lost his place to Nketiah? Nah, I highly look at this. Look at this hamstring injury. Jeez. This is Ansu Fati. This is why he's not at Barcelona right now. Basically, this is the season that Ansu Fati it went all wrong for him. They will both probably rotate, but I reckon just Gabriel Jesus will get majority game time. Yeah, Jesus will be the one. Nketiah is not the main number 9 for Arteta. So I won't be worried too much. Alright, so we'll see. We don't have to worry about Ansu Fati right now. We'll see how it goes. Obviously, last season he managed to maintain without getting injured, but minutes-wise, not the best, to be honest. So we'll see. We'll see how things go. He's come to Brighton so that Barcelona can see whether there's a play in him or not, and whether they can sell him later or not. Alright, so we've saved Paxton's wildcard. I take that as a huge plus. I think this is fine, to be honest. You could just do this and see how things go. 513, how are you doing? 115. Okay, let's have a look. James, new to FPL. Don't worry, James. Don't worry about it. We're here to help everyone. 115, 2 free transfers. I already did Richarlison to Madison. I'm thinking, should I go Estupinan to Udogie or Guardiola? If I go Udogie, I may need 1 extra transfer. Let me have a look. I'm starting what do you call Estupinan this week probably. Alright, so Richarlison went to Madison. Cool. And you're either thinking Udogie or Guardiola. You have 2 free transfers. I would just do the 1 free transfer and roll the second one into the international break. The rest of the team looks fine, to be honest. Maybe you probably move Martinelli on, possibly if you wanted to. You could move Martinelli to a Sterling if you wanted to with the second free transfer. Or you could play Martinelli this week and in game week 5 then probably look to move to someone else with 2 free transfers. And also you have the time to assess any injuries during the international break. What do you think, 513? If you want to go to Guardiola, I would probably... We don't know what Botman's injury situation is like, right? Maybe wait on Botman's back by the time of game week 6, then I would keep Botman. The other option is you look to move either Estupinan or Saliba out to get in Udogi. But I probably might roll and then game week 5 look to do the transfers. Smart move by Barca. 1 year loan to Brighton, probably one of the yeah, that's true. For someone to come on at game week 6 and 7 when Udogi is benched. You can play Estupinan in game week 6 or 7, can't you? Because he has Bournemouth and Aston Villa, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Any Botman news? Not at the moment. Could Sterling and JWP be on pens? I have, well, no idea at the moment. I don't think Ward-Prowse was ever good. He didn't have a really good record at pens, right? In Southampton. Even though he did take it, he didn't really have a great record. I don't, Sterling, I don't know. I still think Enzo will be on pens, to be honest. Matthew, how are you doing? Welcome, welcome. I reckon Havertz starts at striker on the weekend, like in the Community Shield. Ooh. Interesting. But I still think he'll start Gabriel Jesus. We'll wait and see. I don't know. Possible. I see many content creators tend to keep Estupinan. Is it because of his attack and returns or they just bench Estupinan? No, they're starting Estupinan for his attack and returns, yes. For me, honestly, if I had another defender, right, I don't have another defender. If I had another defender this week, who wasn't Saliba, and let's say if I had Gusto this week, instead of me having to take a hit, I would have benched Estupinan, honestly. But I think a lot of people are not benching Estupinan just because of those attack and returns. Just nothing to do with clean sheets. Brighton are not keeping any. It's just for the attack and returns, and people won't like to hear it, but a lot of people are trying to play safe because his EO is so high. You'll see many of the big content creators won't take the risk. They won't take the risk in like trying to sell a high EO player. If it backfires on them, it doesn't look good on them. That's why. Me, I don't really. I would take, if I had a defender that I would on my bench that I could start, I would have started them instead of Estupinan. But unfortunately, I need to take a hit. Will Lewis Hall or Livramento are options? That's true. Yes, I think Lewis Hall might start instead of Botman, right? While he's injured. Starting one of Mito S2 is tricky this week. Who are you starting them over? That's the question. That makes sense. Team looks fire, and your team. This is my team. Does it look fire? Honestly, I don't even know. We'll see. Here's the thing, right? There are a lot of like midfielders that we could get. There are so many, like, if you look at everyone's teams that we've just looked at, like, there are a few constant players in terms of like your Saka, your Rashford. Not even Rashford now. Your Saka is basically the only constant player in a lot of teams. Then you have either Madison or Sterling. You either have both Madison, Sterling. Some have Foden, some don't have Foden. Some have Mbeumo, some don't have Mbeumo. Some have Diaby. Some got Martinelli, Bruno Fernandes. I mean, there's so much differences in everyone's midfields that I think that's where your gains are going to come from. Any gains that you make in terms of green arrows is going to be based on which combination of midfield you have. Because the rest is basically template, right? Haaland, Jackson at this point is also template. It's either him or Watkins. Chilwell is template. Estupinan is template. Udogi is on his way to becoming template as well. And then the keeper really doesn't matter because no keeper is playing that well per se, except for maybe Areola, who's doing pretty good. And maybe Flecken. When do you reckon the right time is to get Trippier? Okay, now on my wildcard video that I did yesterday, I was looking at the wildcard and like the team and like how it would go. And the idea was to get like game week 6 something. But I was not fully convinced by Trippier in terms of the price tag. Because I was looking at like trying to get to, if I wanted to go to a 3-striker formation and all that, it didn't really help me. But then Shubharan commented on the wildcard video and he mentioned going for Shah, which is also not a bad option. Because you still get, it's like the middle ground between Botman and Trippier, where you still get enough attacking returns. Or somewhat of attacking returns. So maybe that's like the middle ground to go for with regards to Newcastle defense. Because I was looking at 6.5 and I was like, trying to see if that would price me out of potentially upgrading a third strike or something, and it kind of did, so I'm not sure. But if you really wanted, probably game week 6 or game week 7. That's where you go for Newcastle. Hasn't Milner played at left back too? But they don't have a right back, right? Brighton don't have a right back. Do they have a right back? I don't think they have a right back per se. I'm benching Estupinian. I have Rico Henry, Udogi, Gusto, and Chilwell. There you go. So if you have a midfield a defense like that, I would do that as well. If I had Rico Henry on this defense, I would be starting Rico Henry instead of Estupinian, but I don't. Rashid can become Sterling, or Mbeumo to Sterling and Pedro. Yeah, I could do that as well. I like Mbeumo will potentially become. We'll see how Sterling goes, because after this he has 4 good fixtures. If it becomes too hard to ignore in the Forest game as well, then I'll probably have to go for Sterling for the 4 fixtures. I have enough money to go Mbeumo straight to Sterling, to be honest. I don't have to downgrade Pedro yet. Isn't Mbeumo template? He is kinda 25% team select. But let's look at this, right? I'll go to the transfers page. Let's go midfielders. Let's go team selected by. Alright. Template. You would say template, but on the verge of being sold hugely. And now all of these players are. I think Mbeumo is kind of your template, but then you have Salah around the same team selected by percentage. You have Bruno the same, Odegaard the same. So these are like the 5th midfielder that varies. Odegaard, Mbeumo, not Odegaard, Salah, Bruno, Madison, Foden, Luis Diaz, Sterling. Like that 5th midfielder tends to vary quite a lot. It could also be the 4th and 5th midfielder that varies. Like Mbeumo is not necessarily in everyone's teams as well. These 3 are the current template, and after that, the rest of it changes. Now, I don't have Mitoma, so I have a slightly different midfield combination of like, I've got Mbeumo where Mitoma is, and then I have a different 5th midfielder. So yeah, Botman had 2 bonus points before they can. Yeah, that's the thing, right? I think don't necessarily have to go for Trippier. He hasn't shown the need to go for, like, Newcastle haven't been fully strong in terms of keeping clean sheets, and also now Newcastle are scoring more goals than last season, so you would assume that more bonus points will go towards the attackers. Last season they didn't have that many attackers. Like they didn't have Gordon or a Tonali or Harvey Barnes, who would potentially contribute to attacking returns and take bonus points off the defenders. So yeah, that might also affect how we'll view Trippier. Lamptey, Veltman, and right back. Fair enough. Is Darwin Núñez back on the radar? Not for the moment, but one to watch. Does that mean he's back on the radar? Probably, but I don't think he starts regularly yet. I don't know. True, he got quite a lot of bonus. Yeah. I think Newcastle, we can kind of wait a bit more. I want to see who they get in the Champions League though, because in the Champions League, so the draw is today, but they are currently in the 4th pot. So anything can happen in the Champions League draw. What do you guys think? Let me get it up actually. The Champions League draw, not the draw, the pots, so that you guys can like actually see. Lack of set pieces. Yeah, I haven't been monitoring Newcastle to know who's taking their set pieces apart from him though. Let me get the pot up. Where is it? Alright, here we go. This is the. Alright, here we go. This is the Champions League pots, right? Newcastle are in pot 4. So they could, depends on who they get. They'll have to get one of the. So they can get either Sevilla, Barca, Napoli, Feyenoord, Benfica, PSG, or Bayern. So probably the best guess is they get either Feyenoord or Benfica from pot 1. Pot two. Pot two is like you're getting a tough group, tough. Because if you get Benfica, you're not getting Porto. So that means you're left with Real, Atleti, RB Leipzig, Inter, or Dortmund. That's a tough group, anyways. If you get Feyenoord, then you're lucky. You potentially could get Porto as well. But I think Porto is still pretty good as well. And then obviously pot 3 is not too bad, to be honest. And then pot 4, they'll be in pot 4. So it depends on who they get. If they get lucky, they get one of these two teams. But if they get Benfica, they're definitely getting a tough second team in pot 2. For sure, a tough team. If they get one of the Spanish teams, if they get Sevilla, it's not too bad. If they get Barca, it might be a problem. But if they get Barca, that means they either get Inter, Dortmund, Porto, or RB Leipzig. So we'll see. But yeah. What do you guys think a possible, I don't know, group of death will be very interesting to see. If you can only pick one, Udogie or Guardiola, I would go for Udogie at the moment. More attacking than Guardiola. Obviously, Guardiola has some slightly better chances of like clean sheets, but then he also has a rotation, risk of rotation higher than Udogie at the moment. So I would go Udogie. Gakpo will lose his place for Nunes, and Jota might play in his place with Darwin on top. That's a possibility. To be honest, out of all of these Liverpool players, I think Jota at the moment, Jota and Diaz, Luis Diaz, are probably the best options right now. Probably. I think Jota and Luis Diaz are the best Liverpool options right now. Glad Juventus got points deduction. If not, Arsenal would be in pot 3. Oh, really? Oh, UEFA coefficients, right? Yeah, that's true. But because you are not in this. Fair enough. Bayern, Real Madrid, Milan, Newcastle. Oh, what? Bayern is against Arsenal. It would be funny. It's like it's written in the stars. Arsenal back in the Champions League, and then pot 1 Bayern, pot 2 Arsenal, and like you're like, here we go again. It's kind of like written in the stars, but yeah, we'll see how things go. I'm very interested to see what happens in the Champions League group stage draw. But yeah, Diaz probably nailed more than Jota. He's so effective at the left wing. Yeah, I think so. I think he was like unlucky as well to get taken off like because of the red card. Otherwise, he would have played longer in that Newcastle game. Diaz is probably like that best, and 7.7 as well. Really good price as well right now. What was I going to say? I forgot I was going to say. Yeah, I would go Udogie over Guardiola, by the way. Who? Who was it that asked me? 513. All right. Now, it's another 25 minutes before my next stream for FPL IQ. Let me actually, I don't know if do we have it? Let's see. I don't know if they've put the stream up, but you guys can join me there as well after this if you guys want to. Let me see. Bayern has definitely bribed UEFA to get Arsenal. Last time Arsenal won a UCL knockout was 13 years ago. Was that when they went to the finals? In 2000 and... was it 2006? 2006? No, that was not 13 years ago. That was way more than 13 years ago. That was like 20 odd. It's a 18 something. 13 years ago. 13... Was that what? 2010? 2010. That's when United faced Barca, I think. Was it Barca or Chelsea? I don't remember now. But yeah, damn. It's been a long time, eh? Alright, let me kind of get the link for you guys for the other one. Let me check. Guess Ronaldo scored that free kick. Guess that's the year. Yep. In 2010, the last against Bayern in the always Bayern. Always Bayern. I don't know why. Something against Bayern. All right. Any other questions? If no other questions, we will just chat Champions League. I'll be live for another maybe 10 minutes and then we'll move to the other stream and you guys can join me there. Bayern or Barca? United had a bad time with Barca in those times that Messi was there. Where is this? Transfers out. A lot of people are selling. Can't believe Rashford's sold huge amounts. Start Botman or Baldock? Baldock, because we don't know whether Botman is fit or not. And Newcastle are playing Brighton, right? Nah, I would start Baldock. You never know. I mean, it's not the bad. Everton have signed a new striker. By the way, I think they've signed. Have they signed? Or they scored a goal. I know that. But where I don't think he's even in FPL. But yeah, I would probably start Baldock and see how things go. Arsenal played Barcelona in the UCL quarters in 9-10 and Messi scored 4 goals in that game. Jeez. Barca vs United was Europa quarterfinals last year. How the times have changed. Yes, better. There we go. Because there was something with regards to Eto'o or something like that. I saw talks with regards to Samuel Eto'o as well. Yes, they have signed some player called Beto. He's not on FPL yet, is he? No, he's not. So yeah, Everton have signed a striker. If Ian was watching, Ian would be like, yeah, there's your Calvert-Lewin replacement. But nah. I would start Baldock and see how things go. Sheffield are at home, right? So maybe give it a chance and see. Last knockout game Arsenal won in knockouts was Porto in 2009-10. That was in the round of 16, wasn't it? And then you go and you play Barca in the quarters. 9-10. That was Van Persie fit, I think. Arsenal versus Porto. Oh, 5-0 that game. That game was 5-0, wasn't it? Damn. Who scored that one? Nick. Oh, look at this. Guys. 5-0, right? Lord Bentner. Hat-trick. Lord Bentner. Oh my days. They are bidding for Che Adams also. Who, Everton? We'll see what Castanege. Nah, wait on it. We'll see how things go. Obviously, he's just moved. We'll see. He has to kind of adapt to a new team and everything. So we'll see how the hell did Fulham knock out Spurs in the cup. Spurs rotated way too much in that cup game. I don't know why they rotated too much. Like, I don't know why, because that's a chance of a trophy, and Ange went and rotated like way too much on that one. 10 times Ballon d'Or winners Lord Bentner. There you go. Hat-trick. They lost the second leg away at Porto. I mean, but they won 5-0, right? The first leg. Yeah, this is the second leg, right? In 2010. Lost 2-1. Fabianski own goal. How times have changed. And then Falcao. Oh, Falcao was at Porto back then. Guys, I feel old. So Campbell. Man, gone are the days, huh? Castanege, has he been added to the game yet? Yes, he has in Fulham. But Fulham's fixtures, I mean, maybe Luton, Palace, yes, but Chelsea will be tough. Sheffield, yeah, but then after that again, tough. Fulham, honestly, here's the thing, right? Fulham with another thing. Now, it was only last week that I was mentioning Paulinia is like one of Fulham's key players. Oh no, what happened? Paulinia was one of Fulham's key players, and then now he's been linked with a move to Bayern Munich. So I think we might want to kind of wait on that and see, because if he leaves to Bayern, then Fulham are not as great. And I don't think then picking Castanegi will be a decent option. If he stays, then you're looking at some hope of Fulham being decent. I was excited when Falcao joined United. Same. Very excited. Didn't turn out. I mean, it started off really well. And then I don't know what happened. They have played Leicester, started off well, and then it capitulated in that 5-3 game. And after that 5-3 game against Leicester, Van Gaal just changed his entire, like, he went from full attacking manager to, like, I don't know what, boring position, and it just went wrong after that. I put it all down to that one game. Yeah, defense might not be bad, but the man has been linked to a move to Bayern Munich right now. So we kind of have to wait and see whether he leaves or not. Unfortunately, the transfer deadline is after the FPL deadline, so we won't know. So let's wait and see what happens. If he leaves and then City are going to face Paulinia-less Fulham, oh my days. It'll be crazy. So we'll see. Alright. I think, did we end it there? Let me have a look. I don't have a link for the stream yet. Okay, we'll end it there for now, unless anyone has any further questions. If not, please do hit the like button, hit the subscribe button as well. Today is the last day. When is transfer deadline UK time? Transfer deadline. Today is the last day? No, today is not the last day for transfer deadline. Transfer deadline is on the 1st of September. Let me check and see. Transfer deadline day. Premier League. It's on the 1st of September at 9 o'clock UK time. Oh no, sorry. 1st of September. Oh, 11 p.m. 11 p.m. on Friday night. So 11 p.m. on the 1st of September, UK time. 11 p.m. UK time, by the way. That's the transfer deadline day. Today, how many midfielders do Bayern need, or is it Gravenberg replacement? We'll wait and see. They were linked with McTominay. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like they're going for McTominay. Sad life. I wish he was. I wish Bayern would have going for McTominay, but they're not. So now they're going to Paulinia. I don't know why they need so many midfielders. They have like even Goretzka, Kimmich, so Gravenberg. Oh well, we'll see. How is Doku? I haven't watched him play. I've only heard that he's pretty fast and a very raw, explosive type winger. So we'll wait and see. I haven't watched him to be able to tell, unfortunately. So we'll wait and see. I don't know. When it comes to like creative players and whatnot in the City team, it's hard to say because Pep has a way of like getting them to fit the style. So we'll have to wait and see. Spinks, welcome. Start 5. Madison, Foden, Sterling, Saka, Bruno, Mbeumo, and Bowen. How do you have so many midfielders? I would start Madison. I would start Foden, Sterling, Mbeumo. Madison, Foden, Sterling, Mbeumo, and Bowen. I think that's the 5, right? You completely remove both Saka and Bruno. Because I don't know, it's a tight game against each other. There will be goals, but it's very hard to predict who is going to get the goals. The other 5 have better fixtures. So I think that would probably be my call. Madison, Foden, Sterling, Mbeumo, and Bowen. McTominay at Bayern would have been such a vibe. I know. How come 7 mids? I also don't know 7 mids. I don't know why. Doku would be very close to what Sane was, very direct and explosive in pace. Okay. We'll wait and see. It'll be interesting to see whether he can get into that team or not. And obviously now that City have signed Matheus Nunes as well from Wolves, I feel bad for Wolves. They're going to have a tough season now. So that's another wide player added to City's left side as well. So we'll wait and see. Remove Mbeumo and Bowen and rest 5 for long term. Fair enough. You could do that as well. See, I don't know whether he has. Do I use a West Ham? I mean, I don't know whether that question was you wanted long term or you wanted for this week only. Do you use a West Ham attacker like Antonio or Visa or Jackson? Here's the question I'm going to ask you. Jackson long term, obviously. Are you playing the wild card? Is that why you're asking this kind of question? Because otherwise, I wouldn't be even having Antonio in my team. I would go for Jackson first. That's my answer for that. I think Jackson's a better option long term. I made a wildcard video and I didn't have a single West Ham player. I made my wildcard video yesterday and I didn't have a single West Ham player just because the fixtures after are pretty bad. Feel bad for Josisa. He's always had such a poor backline. I know, right? Yeah, I'm playing a wildcard. That makes sense. Okay, so then my answers kind of change. If you're trying to pick 5, my answers change. Then it goes to Madison, Foden, Sterling, Saka, and Bruno. And I don't have Mbeumo and I don't have Bowen. That's my midfield 5. And then I pick Jackson ahead of Visa and Antonio. I made a wildcard video. You can go and check. It's on the channel. It's on the channel. I made one yesterday. Have a look and see. I did give a few different alternatives and the reasons for why I picked some. But yeah. Alright. Any other questions before I end it and call it a day before I go to the next stream? I wonder if I have a link to share with you guys. I don't think I have a link to share with you guys yet. Is my YouTube broken? No, it's not. Salah leaving Liverpool? What? Is that confirmed? Wolves have signed Enzo Gonzalez. No, that's not confirmed. I don't think he's leaving just yet, is he? Sophie and Amrabat is trending as well. I wonder if Amrabat will. I wonder if United can sign Amrabat before the deadline. I won't be surprised if they do sign Amrabat before the deadline. I won't be surprised if he starts in the Arsenal game, to be honest. Nah, Salah's not leaving. I don't see anything. I don't know why I think Bowen and Antonio could do really good, especially. They could do good against Luton, right? I'm not against that. So if you want, you go for Antonio ahead of Jackson for this week. Because the midfield 5, right? I probably keep the midfield 5 at Cities. Then you go for Antonio ahead of Jackson. Try it out, see whether it works. If it doesn't work, you go for Jackson next week. Then you do that. That's probably what I would do if you want a West Ham player. Because like that midfield 5, who would you drop from that midfield 5? You could potentially maybe drop Madison if you wanted to from that midfield 5 and then bring Madison in next week in game week 5. That's another possibility, and go for Jackson. So if you wanted to start one of the West Ham players, If you think they will do good, go for one. Trust your gut and go for one. If you think they'll do good. I was so disappointed with Liverpool not going for Amrabat, closest to Fabinho replacement. I mean, you got Endo. We'll see how he does. All right. Let's probably end it here. Let me. Okay, we'll end it here, and you guys can come and join me on another stream in a few minutes' time from this channel. And I'll be live there with 4 other people. You guys can come meet me there. I think we'll call it a day for today. Yeah, come see me over there. And when you enter the chat, say that you're from the Football Chatbox channel. Thanks, Ryan, for the stream. We'll see you tomorrow at deadline stream. Yes, we'll do. Share the link for the next stream if possible. There you go. That's the link. And I'll see you all for the next stream. If anyone wants to join. If not, you guys can just watch it back later as well. And thank you to everyone. To Amit, Shubhanan, Spinks, good luck with your wildcard as well. And then to 513, to Matthew, to James. Where else? Will. Who else? Paxton. Hopefully the -8 pays off. Simon as well. Amit, I think I mentioned as well. Who else? VL, FPL Mez, FPL Planner, and Tin. Thank you everyone for watching. Good luck to you all, and I'll see you all for deadline stream as well tomorrow. Deadline stream, 2 hours before the deadline. It might be 2 hours before the deadline, or it might be like half an hour slightly delayed, and we probably might do like a 1.5 hour before the deadline. One of the two, but you guys will get to know tomorrow. Anyways, thank you all for watching. I'll see you over in the next stream. Until then, peace out all.